What's up, traders? Today we're going to be talking about demand and supply, or support and resistance zones. So, now the first thing you want to do when it comes to identifying your zones, this is GBP USD. The first thing you want to do when it comes to identifying your zones is to scale on a monthly time frame. Let me just delete all of this so we can identify our zones properly. You see, zones are like they guide you, they tell you where the markets are gonna come, and there's gonna be a turning point. There's gonna be this area where you have to watch out for. So let's just identify some zones. Let me just delete all of this for me, guys. Okay. First things first, delete all of these. Delete it. There's a lot of stuff on my chart. I was analyzing GBP USD at the time, and I gave a signal on dropping GU. So basically, these guys were a whole lot of, like, I'm even doubting what the heck are they doing here. Okay, I remember I was using it to analyze to with some students. Okay, I think this should be the last or second to the last. Permit me, I'm very. Oh, that, like, whole bunch of in there. Okay, so guys, all those guys are on the lower time frame, so good. Okay, now I think the chart is clear pretty enough now. When you come on the higher time frame, you see you're able to anticipate where the market is going to go to, like 1,000, 2,000 pips into the future, just by identifying your zones. Okay, now what do you want to look out for in identify your zones? You want to look out for the most turning points on the market. The most what? The most, I repeat that again, the most turning points of the market. If I can look somewhere around here. Oh, let's take this first. If I can look somewhere around here, look at this. Price tested here, tested here, tested here. Let me just use my zone so you can understand what I'm trying to do here. Look at this. Good. Price tested there, tested it, tested it. So basically, look at this. Price tested here, failed to break, tested here, failed to break, push up, rejected it, pushed down, rejected it, pushed up, rejected it. Man, this is a very strong zone. This is a very strong zone. Okay, so let me just go ahead and clone that. Okay, so let's take that to somewhere around here. Look at this guy. Look at price is already at that area, and it has respected it. Guys guys price has respected that area. Okay, so price has respected this area. This guy, price has come back to test it again, and we can already see a bullish momentum to the upside, a bullish candle. So let's just watch out and see what happens. Okay, let me clone that guy somewhere around here. Somewhere, look at, guys, look at this, look at this, look at, price has been respecting that region somewhere around there. Let me just close my zones a little, because you don't want to make your zones to be too thick. Another thing is that you don't want to make your zones to be too thick. You want to make your zones to be slim as mine, so that when you scale down on the lower time frame, they don't look too big and open. Okay, I think we also have some minor zones in somewhere around here. We scale on the weekly time frame and identify that. I just want to show you the measure zones and how to identify them. Okay, we have a zone somewhere up around here. I'm trying to pick the most effective. One, two, when I count, this is 1, 2, three, four, five, six. So guys, this is a very strong zone. When price eventually comes back, it's going to play around this area somehow. Okay, let's just leave it there for now. Let's go on a weekly time frame. Let's see how we can adjust our zones properly. You see how they just match inside, right? Good, good. See how the zones respect. Good. Okay. So you can see how the zones are matching up very clean and clear. I just want to adjust them to make sure that they're touching as many points as possible. Look at ta 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 ta. You can see that, right? Ta 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 ta. Good. Somewhere around here, somewhere down a little up. Yeah, yes, good. Because you want to this is acting like your Google map, guys. If you miss this, you've missed the whole big deal. Trust me. You don't want to miss this guy out. Because so I hope you've been able to identify how to mark out your zones. You want to go down on the daily and see how those zones look like. They don't look too thick. Okay, they don't look too thick. So let's take another pair. Let's take uh Euro Euro EU 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 EU. I think I already had zones so EU. Okay, let's take EU Euro USD. So basically I'll just delete all of that, then we like what the heck are all these things? I only use these things to illustrate. I don't use them to trade. I use them to illustrate to my students. Okay, all these things. Okay, I think I'll just use this. So reason why I kept this here was because of what I was trying to show the student where price has been testing the most. So we want to draw a zone properly. What do you want to look out for? The most obvious turning point. Look at this guy somewhere around here. If I turn left, I can see something somewhere around here. We want to make the zone not too thick. You don't want to make the zone too thick. Good. So okay. Now let me do this. Now the reason I'm using this zone here is price tested here, respected it. It was ranging somewhere around here a few months ago. Price tested here, respected it, broke out. Price tested here, respected it, respected it, respected it. Shy of around here. A cluster of candles. That's to tell that something's around that area. Even in time, back in time, we respected it here. Respected it here, pushed down, respected it, pushed up, respected it here, respected it. So there's a very strong zone there. Okay, let me go down somewhere around here. Look at these guys. Okay, this is a very strong zone somewhere around here. This is a very strong zone somewhere around here. Look at this. Price has respected it here, respected it here, tested it here. These are just fake out. Okay, respected it here, respected here, respected it here, respected it here. So this is a very strong turning point or a very strong support. When we talk about support, when we talk about resistance, we're meaning the roof. When we talk about support, we're meaning the floor. Okay, so previous support can become resistance. What do I mean by that? Previous support, this is support, could become resistance. Now price has broken this zone. This guy now is acting as a resistance. Meanwhile, this guy now is acting as what? A support. Previous resistance becomes support. Why resistance? Previous support becomes resistance. This guy was once acting as a support to this guy up here. Now this guy now is acting as a resistance. Meanwhile, this guy now is acting as a support. Once as price blew out. Okay, so you can understand. Now you want when you're drawing your zones, you want to work from like 5 years, from 2015 upwards. Okay, 5 years like from here. Those guys behind don't really matter. but you can always extend it to just make sure that it's a very strong area. Now you look at this. If I extend this guy somewhere around here, you can see that price has been respecting that area. Definitely, let me delete this line. Definitely, when price gets here, what will happen? It will definitely respect this guy. It will definitely respect this guy because right from back in time in 19, let's just check that date. Just like that's 1972. Way behind. I'm sure most of us were not even born. Yeah. So price has been respecting that particular area. That's just to tell you that that's a very strong zone there. So this is how you go about identifying your zones. So I'll do a part two of this video on minor zones and major zones. Okay. So see you are let's see. There's this zone somewhere around here. There's this zone. This should be. But your focus should be where the market is actually trending. Okay, the market is going downward, so you want to be focused on that area. Look at price respected it here, respected it here, respected it. If I pull this down a little to take out more, take that guy, this guy, respected it here, shy off. It's a fake out. Respected it, respected it, respected it, respected it here, respected it here, respected it here. So that's a very strong zone. You can see that, right? Good. So basically, that's how you go about identifying your zones, drawing out your zones. You want to draw them on a higher time frame. You come down on the weekly time frame to check them if they're adjusted. You adjust them properly on the weekly time frame. Permit me for my network later. So that's it.